Okay, issue 8 is one of those B plots is more important than the A plot type of thing. Will Pete use his spider powers to fight Flash, or will he play possum? Let's find out. Okay, Pete's in science class. Flash punches him and knocks Pete's glasses off and they break. The science teacher, sick of their petty bickering, says they should take out their frustrations in the ring. Boxing ring, by the way, just in case, you know. And no, this would not pass today's standards.
I wouldn't mind seeing two hot guys duke it out.
Back I say! The main plot actually focuses on a robot called the Living Brain, which is basically like an AI robot capable of doing everything at a capacity that we still can't create today. But whatever. Anyways, two shifty guys try to tinker it to steal it in the hope that it can predict greyhound races or something like that. Like something very not large grand scheme. But back to the boxing. Pete plays around with Flash again, trying not to show his super strength, but accidentally gets a good one in. Then, as the Living Brain gets out of control, Flash turns to look and Pete slugs him. So of course, now he's a coward puncher. That's the old Parker luck at it again. Then there's about 7 more pages of Spider-Man trying to stop the Brain, which is kind of fun in a way. But given the way the Brain looks and knowing that Spider-Man could probably trash hundreds of these robots these days, it starts to look a little bit gimmicky, but kind of fun at the same time. Maybe put some Benny Hill music behind it and it would be twice as fun. I mean, it's fine, but it's nothing special. It definitely feels like they've tried to throw a story in there while they focus on Pete and Flash, and they obviously didn't have a full story for this issue because there's a bonus story about Spider-Man ruining the Human Torch's fun in a pretty petty kind of way, which leads him to taking on the Fantastic Four briefly, but I feel like it's a filler as they didn't really have a full issue for the robot thing. Personally, I find it hard not to enjoy any interaction with Pete and Johnny, knowing that they'll be best buds in the future. If you haven't read it yet, I think I put this in the last video. Get your hands on one of my favourite miniseries, Spider-Man Human Torch, 2005. It kind of delves into their relationship and made me love it on a whole new level. Honestly, one of my favourite miniseries of all time. Moving on. Spidey's in a rush, so there must be something super important going on. No, really, his Aunt May is sick, which isn't good, but if she's sick, she's not dead, which is the preferred option, but...
That's a little harsh.
Nah, I hate her. She's got to go.
She does. To the hospital.
That's not what I meant, and you know it. But anyways, across town, Electro robs some money guard people thingies. You know, the ones with the armoured cars, but he does it with electricity. Elsewhere, Pete can't concentrate because of she who can't be named, but goes to the hospital to find Betty sitting there. Now this is one of those things that would totally fly over a teenage boy's head. It would be all like, what are you doing here? It's weird. It's not your stupid aunt, it's my stupid aunt. And then 20 years later, you look back and are like, oh, she was totally crushing on me at the time. And the girls are like, oh, he's totally picking up all my signals. He's probably not interested, but guess what? We're not picking up signals. We're stupid like that, like May-level stupid.
I'm sensing some underlying issues here.
Are you coming on to me? So Electro breaks in and steals money from a bank that J. Jonah Jameson just happens to be visiting and still somehow manages to convince himself that Electro is Spider-Man. I mean, come on, man, that's reaching. You got issues, but being rich puts out a reward for proof that he's right. Pete goes, hell yeah, because he has proof. Because, you know, he is Spider-Man and knows that he is also not Electro. So he finds Electro, gets a photo, and in the obligatory first fight scene, gets zapped. Pete got photos of Electro and Spider-Man separately on the same roof and sells them to Triple J for the money, so he can pay for stupid head Frail May. And then flashback.
Enter Electro.
No, literal flashback. Electro's origin story. Basically, he was hit by lightning while on a power pole. Lightning to the power of 2.
So no radiation then?
Nah, but no electric eels either, which I thought was actually pretty cool. Anyway, Spider-Man creates some insulated feet and gloves.
They're called shoes.
Feet will do, and he goes and finds Electro. He fights a few goons.
Because all 60s villains have goons.
Yes, I'm actually quite proud of you.
Which would excite me if you were a Cyclops.
Not even an X-Men video. Fine. Well, Spider-Man defeats the goons, throws sand at Electro so the readers know that the writers know it will turn into glass. Then Spider-Man webs Electro's gun. Yes, the dude who can shoot electricity from his fingers is carrying a gun. And then after all that, Spidey sprays him with a water hose, which, I don't know, short-circuit him or something.
Wouldn't the electricity run down the hose?
Stop with the logic. Finally, last but not least, Betty gets pretend mad because Pete took photos and put himself in danger again and says something insanely cryptic in girl talk that Pete doesn't understand, so walks off. Seriously, we're guys, we're stupid. Stupid head, frail, May, stupid level. Anyway, she's got a secret. So Spidey is swinging along and tries to go after this crook out on a ledge, but at the last moment, the crook is pulled up by a rope and Spidey is left feeling the fool.
Doesn't he have like superhuman reflexes?
Yeah, but drama. Anyway, this whole ploy was part of some underworld gangster who wears a mask. Some want to be called the big man. Yeah, I know. But the other gangs, see, they don't like this guy, probably because of the crappy name, and they go after him. But the big man uses his enforcers to take them out. No, literally, the big man's enforcers are called the Enforcers.
So the big man and the enforcers, they really reach for those ones, huh?
The Enforcers are a bunch of run-of-the-mill bad guys that just never seem to make the A grade and always get their asses handed to them. There's the strong guy, the martial arts guy, and the lasso guy, but really no superpowers or anything, so how long they gonna last, really? So Pete's big issue at the moment is May needs a blood transfusion. Yes, and despite being the same blood type, is afraid that his blood is radiated, so doesn't want to donate it. And of course, the kids at school somehow know he doesn't want to, and they give him shtick about it. Here's something you need to know. There's this guy called Foswell who's a bit of a weasel, so Jameson bosses him around. It feels a little shoehorned in because it is. But back with Pete, we haven't even waited a full issue before finding out Betty's secret. She owes money to the big man after borrowing it from a loan shark, and the enforcers are out to get her. Of course, she's too embarrassed about it because she likes Pete.
I guess they could be cute together.
Whatever you say, Tiger.
Why did you just call me Tiger?
No reason. So of course, Spidey gets involved and they tussle, but the light switches hit and everyone goes their separate way while we see Jameson walking off, and later we see the big man wearing the same colour jacket.
No way.
Yes way!
I mean, he's a jerk. I just didn't ever think that.
I know, right? Later though, Spidey catches up with several gangs, including the Enforcers. They tussle again and it's revealed at the end who the big man actually is.
Jameson.
No, it's the Foswell guy.
What? I think you fooled me.
No, you're just stupid.
Hey.
Overall, a neat but not overly exciting issue. I think the Jameson fake out might have been a big thing back in the day, but modern audiences kind of expect the red herrings, and we aren't stupid heads like someone we know.
Hey.
But it kind of sets the tone for Spidey battling the underworld gangsters and magia that would eventually lead to the Kingpin thing. Overall, 3 solid issues, if none of them really are outstanding or overly spectacular. We got Electro out of it. The Enforcers, probably B or C or even D grade. The Living Brain one, as I said, Bit of fun. I think it'd work more in a cartoon type setting with Spidey trying to knock down this robot. What I'm interested in and what I forgot is just how much Betty was set up to be a love interest, but it definitely seemed like that was in Stan Lee's mind at the time. I just wonder if that was going to be the intent in some stage and they just decided to go with another direction down the line. Hey, thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this approach, please like and subscribe for more videos. And remember, if you're interested in reading the full story, the easiest way is to sign up to Marvel Unlimited at marvel.com/unlimited. I need to breathe.